Action SA leader Herman Mashaba says they will be heading to court to compel government to retrieve the Lily mine container. It's been 4 years since 3 mine workers, Nkambule, Yvonne Mnisi and Solomon Nyirenda, were trapped underground after a tremor. Now, government and the mining company have abandoned the retrieval process, claiming that it's too dangerous. Mashaba says they have discovered that there is no evidence that suggests that the container is not retrievable. Joining us now is Action SA leader Herman Mashaba to expand on this conversation. A very good morning to you and thank you for your time. You are saying that government lied about the process that is needed to retrieve that container. Tell us more.
Yes, thank you very much and good morning, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Yes, it's really quite unfortunate that the government of the Republic of South Africa lied to South Africans, lied to the families, lied to Parliament regarding the retrievability of this container. Since 4.5 years ago, when that container went down, government, DMA in particular, always insisted that that container cannot really be retrieved. And fortunate enough, when the families approached me beginning of this year, I engaged the good top lawyers in the country to investigate this matter. And yesterday I had a press conference to actually confirm that the South African government and DMRE actually lied to us. They have no basis whatsoever to say that that container cannot really be retrieved. It is their own assessment. On what basis, we don't know, but they don't really have any basis for them to actually make the statement that that container cannot be retrieved.
So in these documents, 500-page report that you speak about, despite the claims of the existence of a report by a rock engineering specialist, is there any mention made of any of the findings and its intents and the purpose of this process?
In fact, honestly, this matter for me, I take it as culpable homicide. The only official report that our legal team is in possession of, the government of South Africa is in possession of, are reports by rock and mining experts who actually warned this company prior to few years prior to this container collapsing, warning them about the danger of their mining, that these pillars are going to collapse. And it did eventually collapse because they insisted on these miners working in this dangerous environment, and eventually the container collapsed. Now, what do you call this? As far as I'm concerned, these people must be charged for culpable homicide because it was an accident bound to happen. Our people were killed. It was not just the container fell. But what I find really very strange, and those are things that we are still going to deep into, as to why government of the Republic of South Africa has been covered in this matter for the last 4.5 years.
And that's a very important conversation to explore as I bring in Harry Mazibuko, the spokesperson for the 3 miners. Harry, a very good morning to you. Thank you for your time. As we listen in to what Herman Mashaba is talking about, he says it was an accident about to happen as the process unfolded as to what happened prior to this really tragic incident. You have been deeply involved with the families and you've seen the impact of them not having any closure, not really knowing exactly what will happen from now onwards. Tell us about the impact that this has had on the families that are still searching for answers.
Yes, a very good morning to you and the viewers as well. As today we mark 514 days camping outside the mine, demanding intervention, because if we talk sense and logic in this Lily mine issue, there is a company that was having the mining rights who's responsible in that company in this disaster. So the position of the company, they are saying that they've got money until today. On the other hand, there is a company who's committed to retrieve the container, pay us as ex-employees the outstanding. But it cannot simply do that because our government is waiting for the very same reckless management of that company to say, yes, now we've got a deal that satisfies us, we can let go of the company. When we come to the situation with the families and us as the employees, it is very, very bad. And it's getting worse each and every day, you see, because we need, especially the families, we need closure. Even the community, the surrounding community, some of our fellow colleagues we're working with, they are engaging themselves now in illegal mining and criminal activities. The crime rates are higher in those communities because economically the community was relying on the very same mine. So that is why our position is clear that let our government intervene, especially DMRE as the regulator in this industry. But the response is that they are waiting for the very same management who were told that the mine is going to collapse, but they've ignored that, they've violated the Mine Health and Safety Act. So we're left with no option. So we're fighting this together, and we're very, very grateful and appreciate the intervention of Mr. Mashaba for assisting us with a legal representative, because things now are shaping up. We are treated with respect now, yet we've been caught what we are fighting for.
Yeah. As I bring Mr. Mashaba in, you announced that you're going to be taking this matter even further to identify a path to criminal prosecution. Talk us through those plans.
Yeah,
well, obviously, I think the first priority is to retrieve the container so that the families can have proper burial and send-off of their loved ones. I think that's the number one priority. But obviously, it has to really be followed by the criminal charges against those responsible, the owners of the mine, the people in the Department of Minerals and Energy responsible for the covering of this matter over the years. They have to take the South Africans into confidence in an open court of law. Where were they getting instructions to cover up this matter, which they knew it is wrong? You can talk to them, let them actually have a conscience to understand the pain that they've caused to this family over the years. So definitely we are going to pursue criminal charges against them, including compensation for the families and the affected miners.
Very well. We're going to have to leave it there for now, as I speak there to Herman Mashaba of Action SA President, as well as Harry Mazibuko, spokesperson for the 3 miners who still need to be retrieved. They are really hoping here for the best outcome and doing everything possible to ensure that these bodies are retrieved more than 4 years after the tragedy. Families are still searching for answers.